Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Hey, real quick, little administrative thing. Anyway, what I wanted to do today, I wanted to talk about the minimum mods. The minimum mods that you need to make your Tacoma look cool. And let's face it, that's what we all really want, right? We're looking to make the truck look cool. Cool to us. And I've seen a lot of postings on the web lately, in forums and Instagram. Guy just buys a new truck, right? And he's asking for advice. He's saying, what should I do to my truck? You know, how can I make it look better, cool? Well, I'm going to show you, because I think, I might be a little biased because it's mine, but I think that Tacoma right there behind you, you guys can see it right there. Let's take a quick look. There we go, right there. Right there. That Tacoma right there, I think, looks pretty cool. But, again, it's mine, so maybe I'm a little biased. But what are the minimum things that you need to do? How do you make your truck look cool? Let's say you don't want to spend a fortune, right? You just want to do a few things and then be done with it and enjoy it. Now, I don't prescribe to that line of thinking, obviously, because I keep going, and I'm going to keep going. But for those of you out there who are just looking to do a couple of things, a few things, a handful of things, make your truck look cool, here's what I would tell you. Here's my advice. For all you guys out there that ask. First thing, easiest thing, one of the cheapest things, tint the windows. Unless you live in one of those states that won't let you do it, tint the front windows. Now, I don't mean the windshield. Most states won't let you do that anyway. But tint the front two windows. The rear windows are already tinted. So all you need to do is match those up. That should cost you no more than probably $100, $130. And it looks cool. And it's also functional. Cuts down on the sun's glare and makes it a little cooler inside. I'm referring to temperature now, not cool. Next thing. Side steps. Get yourself, if it didn't come with it already, my truck happened to come with these and I like them. They're Predator side steps, by the way. But get yourself a set of cool side steps because they really enhance the look of the truck. Now, there's also a line of thought that says having no side steps on there looks cool. I'd agree with that too. I could go either way, but they do look pretty cool if you're looking to do a little bit of modding. They're bolt-on, pretty simple to do. Next, debadge a little bit. Now, you notice I still have the Tacoma lettering on here, so you don't have to take everything off, but how many times, and this drives me absolutely crazy, right? How many times are you driving down the road and you're looking at the back of the truck because, you know, if you're behind somebody, that's what you do. And you see a great big old giant flaunting dealer sticker on the back of your truck. Why? Why do people leave those on there? I've never been able to figure that out. I mean, have they worked something out with the dealership? Are they getting paid some kind of advertising fee? Was there some kind of big reduction in price when they bought the truck? I kind of doubt it. Every dealer does it. Every dealer sticks it on there. And I don't blame them for doing it. It's one of the best forms of advertising you can get, right? People are buying your truck. That's nice. They're out driving all over the place and advertising your name. That's awesome. But why leave them on there? They don't look good. Take them off. Remove them. The other thing is some of the badging that comes with the truck. You know, this had V6 on the side. The 4x4s come with a 4x4 badge on them. They come with stickers back here, you know, stating what kind of truck it is. I mean, unless you like that stuff, get rid of it. It's not cool, at least in my opinion. Hey, you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Get rid of them. They're not cool. Makes the truck look so much more sleek without those badges and stuff on there. I think it just looks better. Next, and we're starting to get into just a little bit more money here, wheels. Now, you don't have to do a lift and you don't have to put giant tires on there, but you know, the wheels that generally come on these trucks are chrome. So unless you're a big chrome fan, they just don't look good. Now, like I said, you don't have to replace the tires. You don't have to have that expense, but put yourself a nice set of aftermarket wheels on there. And don't go with what everybody else tells you. Pick out what you like. It's your truck. I don't care what Joe Schmo thinks. If I like it, it's cool. Pick out what you want. Now, if you want to go one step cooler, well then of course, lift the truck. And you can spend from, I don't know, maybe a couple of grand to you name it, depending on what you do. And it really depends on what suits you. You know, are you going to be doing a lot of serious off-roading? Are you going to be rock crawling? Are you going to be driving up the side of a skyscraper? I don't know. But get what suits you. You don't have to spend a fortune on suspension to get a good look. I think totally, and there's a video out on the channel, so I'm not sure if I'm getting the right number, but I've spent, I think, under $6,000 or right around that dollars on the entire build on this truck so far. That includes everything. So you don't have to spend a fortune. You could spend $12,000 on just a lift alone if you wanted to, but you don't have to. As I mentioned, when you do the lift, now I will say this, if you do lift the truck, you do need bigger tires. If you want to be cool, you don't want little donuts on there, right? You know those little spares that come in the back of your Honda Civic? You don't want the truck to look like that. So keep in mind, if you do some sort of a lift, you're going to need some sort of a bigger tire, in my opinion, so that it looks good. Lastly, I'm going to mention exhaust. You know, if you're trying to make your truck look cool and you succeed, it has to have a little bit of a voice. Now, it doesn't have to be, you know, zero muffler, drag strip loud. It doesn't have to be that way, but it needs a little bit of a grumble. Something to give it a little bit of a voice. That again will just make the truck sound cool. So now it looks cool and it sounds cool. Now, there's a couple other little things you can do. Again, all subject to what you like on the interior. You know, I've done, for instance, this little badging in here. This costs like next to nothing. Pretty easy to do. Little overlays and things that you can do in here. The shift knob, if you want to change it out for something a little different, it just screws off. This pushes down, it screws off. Pretty easy. And it really enhances the interior look of the truck. There's a guy out there now, Kylan Brimhall, for example, who does custom center console covers. I mean, look at that. Now, for me, that just happens to be the channel logo, but I think it looks cool. I like the channel logo, and why wouldn't I? I designed it. So little touches like that really can enhance the truck itself. There are tons of other things that you can do. I mean, you can tune the truck, you can supercharge the truck, you can do things under the hood, cold air intake, stuff like that, that makes the, I guess, the engine bay look cool. But it all depends on what you're looking for. We all have different definitions, right? So again, just to recap real quick, the minimum things as far as I'm concerned, you got to have tinted windows. That's probably one of the biggest things that you can do to make your truck look cool right off the start without spending a ton of money. Just tint the windows. It looks freaking awesome, I think. The side steps, maybe if they came on your truck and you're not a big fan, just unbolt them. There's like 3-4 bolts on each side and they're gone. That has a big impact, a big visual impact. So either put them on or take them off, whatever you prefer. And that's the key to all of this. Do what you like. Don't pay attention to what anybody else says. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Now, the one thing that I will say when it comes to that, we all do, of course, have our own tastes. You know, I'm not a big lowered truck fan. There's a lot of nice looking trucks out there that have been lowered, and obviously the owner likes that look, or they wouldn't have done it, right? Not for me. So there are going to be things that you can do, obviously, that other people aren't going to like, but it doesn't matter. Ultimately, and in the end, and I'll say this especially to the folks out there that put out these posts, you know, that just got their truck and they always ask, well, what should I do? Do what you want to do. Do what you like. If you have an idea, that's always a great time to ask questions, you know, because if you ask an open-ended question like, what should I do to it? Oh my God, you're going to get the dumbest things like, take it back. I love those comments. Buy a Ford. You know, I don't know. You're going to get those. And then you're going to get the other end. Well, I'll put a great big giant lift on it that costs $20,000 and gold-plated rims and supercharge it. And you're going to get the whole gamut of things. So if you're going to ask that question, be a little specific. Hey, I want to put some new wheels on. I love black wheels. Send me a picture. Let me know what you guys think. That's a good way to ask, I think. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here, talk about that a little bit. A lot of people ask. So there's my answer. Bottom line, do what you like. As usual, appreciate you guys watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.